Welcome back to our channel, the channel for the latest news and untold stories about Catherine, the Princess of Wales and her royal family. Today, we bring you sweet news. Tender moments from William to Catherine's 3 kids stole the public eyes, and she beams in joy of love. The tender moments that Prince William had with his children George, Charlotte and Louis, for the sake of commemorating this momentous milestone, we take a glimpse back at a handful of the most special experiences that the prince has experienced as an affectionate parent. Both of them, Prince William and Princess Catherine, are absolutely committed to the well-being of their kids, which is why they're trying to provide them with an education that is as typical as feasible. This is something that cannot be denied. The royal couple takes a very directly involved method of parenthood, which is why they are only bringing Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis to formal events on a very infrequent basis. The Waleses, on the other hand, have frequently been known to captivate their admirers with prominent status appearances, or sometimes throughout the course of their careers. These appearances have consisted of the Parade of the Colour and the Chelsea Flower Festival from the previous year. When Prince William was on the occasion, he displayed his paternal role by gushing over his son Louis and requesting his daughter Charlotte to help him push him at the overhead swings. In addition, Prince William had a pleasant conversation about matters with his eldest kid, George, during which he inquired about the youngster's opinion concerning the Back to Nature garden that Catherine had collaborated in designing. 20 out of 10, George answered, evaluating the garden that his mother had created. William said, "That's quite acceptable. I believe Mummy's handled as well," referring to the situation. Prince William subsequently shifted his focus to his daughter Charlotte and replied, "Charlotte, offer me a pull," while the little girl rushed up to him while he was seated on the swings. Prince Louis, the youngest child of Prince William and Princess Catherine, participated in his first ever Parade of the Colours on the 8th of June 2019, when he accompanied the rest of the members of the royal household in commemorating the Queen's formal anniversary. When Prince William witnessed the amazing RAF fly past from the top floor of Buckingham Palace, he affectionately held their kid in his hands. At a certain moment in time, while Louis was being held by his mum, it seemed as if the little prince was requesting his dad's focus, and William obediently gave it to him. This picture of William having fun with tiny Louis is one of our favourites. During the celebration of Prince Louis's birthday in July, Prince William portrayed the most loving father imaginable. Lovingly taking care of his older children, Prince George and Princess Charlotte, it was actually at the Chapel Royal of St. James's Palace in London that Louis received his name after his father. An excited expression could be seen on the faces of the Prince and Princess of Wales as they observed the flypast alongside George and Charlotte. Because he wasn't sufficiently young to participate in part of the festivities, Prince Louis did not attend during the festivities. While standing on the upper floor of Buckingham Palace in June of 2018, the kids of the royal couple were an expression of joy and contentment. The Prince of Wales made the announcement to the whole globe on April 23, 2018, as Prince Louis was being presented to the entire world on the staircase of the Lindo Wing at St. Mary's Clinic. With their newborn child, who weighed 8 pounds and 7 ounces, the royal couple seemed to be overjoyed as they held their new bundle of happiness. During the month of April in 2018, Prince William took George and Charlotte to see their mother, who was being treated in a medical facility shortly following the birth of Prince Louis. The adoring father momentarily left the medical facility to bring them up when George ended school. The children were photographed clutching hands with William while they made their journey to the healthcare facility, with tiny Charlotte turning back to offer the onlookers an endearing additional wave. The father was an affectionate dad. Despite the fact that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were celebrating their wedding day on May 18th, the couple of Prince William and Princess Catherine gave an adorable entrance with their children, George and Charlotte, who served as page boys and bridesmaids. On the final day of the couple's formal trip to Poland and Germany, which took place in July 2017, William escorted Charlotte into their own personal jet at Hamburg Airport with extreme caution. After they disembarked from the aircraft, Prince William gave his daughter a slap on the abdomen, while Princess Charlotte clung to her flower with all her might. When little George emerged from his own airplane after their landing in Poland, he seemed to be overcome with overwhelming emotions. The youthful prince became more enthusiastic after receiving some words of support from his dad, Prince William. While attending the yearly procession known as the Parade of Colours in 2017, the happy parents, William and Catherine, looked like they were in a good mood. They were accompanied by their children Charlotte and George, who looked as though they were in wonder of the event. While he was tucking the hair of his child behind her ear, Prince William made certain that his little daughter was having a good time during the celebrations. The affection that George has for his dad has been on full show on the royal visit of Canada and that of the Waleses, took in February of 2016. While William, Prince of Wales, was blowing up an air balloon for his kid, Prince George, he demonstrated that he is exactly like any other father. Throughout the royal visit of Canada that took place in 2016, Prince William conducted a party for kids for military households. Princess Charlotte, his little daughter, was one of the guests who attended the event. During the Christmas Day ceremony that took place at St. Mark's Church in 2016, the kids from the royal family attended with their parents in attendance. As the Prince of Wales and Prince George were leaving the church following the Christmas assistance, the prince clung to George's hand. The young prince was also holding tight to his chocolate cane in his remaining hand as they were making their approach out of the building. At the Parade of the Colours in 2016, William appeared on the balcony alongside his loved ones, a proud dad. Prince of Wales is making sure his children continue his passion for winter sports. Outside St. Mary's Medical Centre, the royal couple welcomed fans after the birth of Charlotte in May of 2015. The dad's gaze remained fixed on his daughter and second kid, who had just been born. Prince George had been getting ready to enter the St. Mary's Medical Centre to greet his baby sister after his father kissed him on the top of the head. Following the birth of her baby in July 22, 2013, Catherine delicately handed him over to his dad outside the Lindo wing of St. Mary's Medical Centre. The birth of Prince George fulfilled Prince William's lifelong dream of being a parent, and he embraced the responsibility with joy. This was Prince George's second official appearance after his baptism in October of 2012 at St. James's Palace Royal Church. Their first day in Australia was marked by William's firm grip on his kid. The opportunity to take his 9-month-old baby on a trip to Australia and New Zealand had been a dream come true for William, who was approximately exactly the same age as his child when the royal couple's 1983 tour of the region was already in full swing. Prince George has been a huge success throughout the 2013 trip of Australia and New Zealand with the royal couple of Wales, much bringing his parents joy. In 2013, when visiting Taronga Zoo in Sydney, the royal couple of Wales had an interaction with his very own little monkeys. While George was attending his initial official ceremony in the United Kingdom in July of 2016, he and his dad, Charles, were captivated by a Red Arrow plane. With his dad on his side, Prince George made his first public appearance during the Parade of the Colours festivities in 2015. For the inaugural Father's Day in the year of 2013, Prince William spent time together with one of his biggest supporters and played polo for a good cause. While playing polo for a good cause in 2015, Prince William saw his almost 2-year-old son. Thank you for watching the video. What's your favourite daddy moment that you like the most? Please let us know your thoughts, and goodbye for the time being.